If purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. All right, once again, we are here truly enjoying this series with each and every one of you. We are thankful again for all the comments and the likes and the shares. And I just want to encourage you to continue doing it. Share with a friend, share with someone who might really be interested in knowing how do they really tackle this thing called life. Right, so today we're going to look at book reading. Yes, I actually said book reading. Because books are, I would say, a very important and integral part of your development and growth as a young person. So this book is a book that I'm presently reading called The Disconnected Generation, Saving Our Youth from Destruction. Now books is something, and this is written by Josh McDowell. I may say it's written by Josh McDowell, a very good author. So if you're looking for books in that capacity, he's a good person that you can look at. As I was saying, in regards to the whole aspect of books, what I've recognized is that in this particular Caribbean context and culture, most of our young people apparently stay away from books, right? Now, the thing is, my wife last year went and bought a bookshelf for me. Now, the truth is, my books was all over the woman's house, and she just needed to make sure I have it in a very proper space. But what I've learned for me personally is that reading really enhances your leadership capacity and capability. Just as I'm reading this book, and notice it says The Disconnected Generation, one of the things you realize is that most people, because they stay within the four walls of their mind and don't expand their capacity, they are unable to connect with generations that come after them or even generations before them, because there's not enough reading to enhance that leadership capability. Reading also helps in terms of your understanding of the world in itself and the world views out there, that you are not just in a bubble of just because I'm living in Trinidad, there's only Trinidad you can learn about. As soon as you impact one other life, you have just impacted a whole world. And that is what purpose does. As you impact someone else, you impact the entire world. And the thing is, reading helps you change and helps you develop and build your worldview about things that are around you. The other thing that reading does is that it helps you, and this is something that I've always, I won't say struggle, but it's always something that I've never really understood it, but it's helped me even greater now. It helps your vocabulary. If you notice, there are some people around you that their vocabulary just stays in one particular place. Reading enhances that. It helps you to speak languages, whether it be English, you are able to speak languages that impact and able to connect with generations before you and generations coming after you. Why? Because if throughout the years and throughout generations, you realize books would have been written according to the context and the culture that people live in. And if you want to be able to reach people who are, let's say, 10 years older than you, 20 years older than you need to read the stuff that they were dealing with and what they were actually reading at that point in time. It's even the same when it comes to young people now. Now, I am not an Alkaline fan and all these other fans that people listen to. That wasn't my era. But in order for me to understand the generation that is coming up behind me, I need to understand the people that they are listening to and who they are looking at. So reading helps build your capacity as a person. As a comedian once said, reading is fundamental. Fun to your mental. So understand how reading really impacts your whole life as a person. And always remember, if purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable.